Elementary backstroke is used for recreational and survival swimming and for exercising muscle groups not used in other strokes. Like the breaststroke, elementary backstroke uses symmetrical motions. Both sides of the body move the same way at the same time. Beginning in the glide position, your back should be straight, legs together, and arms at your sides. Your palms should face your thighs. Depending on your buoyancy, your hips and legs may be slightly lower than your head and shoulders. The waterline will probably cover your ears, but your face will always be out of the water. Your hips will stay near the surface at all times during this stroke. From the glide position, the arm stroke for elementary backstroke begins with the recovery. Keep your hands palms down or in towards your body as you bend your elbows and slide your hands up along your sides to a point just below your armpits. The power phase of the arm stroke begins here. Point your fingers out, away from your shoulders with palms facing toward your feet. Leading with your fingers, extend your arms out to the sides. Your hands should be no farther forward than the top of your head. With your arms straight or slightly bent, press your palms and the insides of your arms back toward your feet in a broad sweeping motion. Your arms should end up in the glide position, with your palms against your thighs. Now watch the entire arm stroke, recovery, and power phase. Your arms should move smoothly from the start of the recovery through the completion of the power phase. Be sure to keep your hands just below the surface of the water throughout the arm stroke. In the kick for elementary backstroke, both legs bend at the knee, push out, and back around in a circular pushing motion. Begin in the glide position, legs together, toes pointed. Recover your legs by bending and slightly separating your knees while you draw your heels downward to a point under and outside your knees. The knees are spread slightly wider than the hips, depending on the flexibility of the swimmer. During recovery, try to keep your back, hips, and thighs nearly straight. At the end of recovery, rotate your knees slightly inward, flex your ankles, and rotate your feet outward. Push your feet out and around, ending with your legs in the glide position, toes pointed. To get the most power from this kick, make sure that your feet gain speed throughout the circular pushing motion. Because your face is always out of the water in elementary backstroke, breathing is easy, but you should still concentrate on developing a rhythmic pattern of breathing during each stroke. Inhale as your arms recover. Exhale during the power phase. Although the movement of your arms and legs happens at the same time, your arms should begin their recovery just before the legs. Because the movement of the legs is shorter and stronger, both arms and legs will finish their thrust at the same time. At the end of this combined power phase, glide for a few seconds before you start recovery for the next stroke. Start your next stroke as soon as your speed begins to slow. Be sure to keep enough forward momentum going in the glide so that you don't come to a complete stop every time your arms and legs recover. Now watch the elementary backstroke in its entirety.